It's really the transition to, I hate to use the term cloud, but it's the whole movement of the industry from kind of the traditional client-server environment to much more of a utility delivery infrastructure, whether that's private or hybrid or public. But the change that creates, not just to the end users, but to the data center providers, the data centers itself, it's really reshaping the entire industry. OpenIX is kind of responding to the needs that this shift to utility infrastructure, shift to the cloud creates from a network perspective. Network has always been very important to data centers, but now as we move into the next era, it's really the most important component, because if you can't get to the end users and can't get to the end users efficiently, you can't deliver the services and content that you want to. So OpenIX was really hatched to bring kind of the concept of local peering, local exchange services that had been pioneered by the London Internet Exchange and the Amsterdam Internet Exchange and other smaller exchanges, to take that, to standardize that, and to bring that to other markets, or to create a framework to bring that to other markets so that traffic can be exchanged locally and that we can really support advanced services without degrading the quality of the internet. Over the last year, we've developed two standards. We've developed our OIX1 standard, which governs the exchange itself, and we've developed the OIX2 standard, which governs the minimum standards for a data center for an exchange to be located in. Both the standards follow a certain theme, so there's physical requirements they have to have in terms of what types of ports, of what types of services, what types of equipment in the data center, power redundancy. There's operating standards in terms of what their SLAs are and what their service hours are and ability to have a network operations center and other components, and then there's kind of the whole open access component, so and transparency component that's required. It's really in almost every way exceeded our expectations. So in the first year we've certified 21 data centers. We have 6 more in process. We've certified 2 exchanges. We have 4 more in process. And 2 months ago at our annual general meeting, we decided to take the standard from North America and make it an international standard. And we've had quite a bit of interest from other countries, and so we're starting to move into that sphere as well. It really just signifies to the users, whether those be users of the exchange or people that might locate equipment in the data center, that they meet the minimum standard. So we were pretty broad in how we surveyed our members who represent all kinds of different data center, internet, content delivery companies to really define what the standard was, and that really is a minimum acceptable standard for them. So by finding a facility that's compliant, that they know that it meets their requirements. If it doesn't have compliance, they're starting to even ask, well, do you, if it's not certified, they're starting to ask, is it compliant? Do you meet these standards? Or they'll even provide them with the specification and say, do you meet this? So it really is for them kind of the de facto standard of what they'll accept. Well, like anything else in the data center business, it's a moving target. So we've already started to talk about we need to modify our exchange standard to encompass the concept of a cloud exchange and direct connect to cloud providers. That requires different things than just passing internet traffic. Similarly, if there were a voice exchange standard, there's a possibility there, and there's who knows what we never could have envisioned when we started talking about this 3 years ago that there would be a cloud exchange. Now there is. So the industry's moving. We don't see it as finite. We don't see it as an endpoint. We're constantly looking at what can we do to do more to expand around the concept of making networks and making the internet work better.